Midnight Ramen is a minimally edited, live recorded podcast that takes place at midnight. Although Michael may not be consuming food, it's time to get your bowls out. It's chow time.
Welcome back to you. Break stride, sailing me. Free falling, choose my enemy. Free from the things you say. It will all come back someday.
Good evening, gamers and other gaming folk alike. How are you doing? Outsider redeemed first. He came in first. Anyways, my mouth hurty. I'll explain in a second. I hope y'all are doing good. Yeah. I think I already said that. Yeah. Anywho, if you're watching this live, if you want to watch this live, watch me record these live, you can catch that on twitch.tv/MeltTheLyricOriginal. Yeah, / all one word. If you just want to find the channel, it's Melt the Lyric Original. Just to capitalize the M and melted the L in lyric and the O in original. If you somehow mess that up, I don't know what the hell you're doing. If you capitalize the wrong letter, I don't know, bro. I don't know, guys. You might have an issue. And it's all one word. And you can also see this on YouTube if yeah. You can catch us on YouTube too. The VODs of that and past ones and catch up and other stuff. But you don't necessarily need to. But although I do sometimes repeat myself. I feel like I'm gonna repeat myself eventually on the podcast by saying like something that I've already talked about before. I know I have. But I can't really think about it right now. Or any of it right now. I probably have, though. I don't know when. Yeah, and I'm gonna go into other freaking things. Oh yeah, here's something I always keep saying. Eventually I'm gonna move, get these into audio stuff. I gotta get it on the Spoofy and Apple Podcasts and stuff like that. But I don't know if it's because I'm being lazy or just, I don't know. I had a day to do something. Why didn't I do it? I don't know. I really don't know. But today I'm also off. But I literally, today I had the day off. I usually work Wednesdays because that's just how my schedule is. But Tuesday and Wednesday, the power at my work was off. Well, not all of it, the hallway lights were on, but anything that you need to scan a badge in, entrances and doors that we need to get into, at least in my area that I can be in, were turned off because they were doing an electrical stuff, maintenance and things like that, which since there weren't any events going on, it was good. However, on Monday, I was told to leave our door open, and it's our door for our department is I'm gonna say it's a garage door, but one like a mechanic door that kind of rises up, and you have to press a button to make it raise up and go down, and you can stop it. It's one of those raising doors. I don't know what there's a technical term for it. I don't remember what it is, but my supervisor told me when you leave, make sure that door is up because they'll probably want to be doing things inside here and there. And electrical, which is the thing that was going on, had cable, big, I don't know what technically the gauge is, 20, not 20 volt, but distro power cables like running all the like we have like 100 feet of at least of like a straight line in our storage area slash our like office, basically where we go when we don't have anything that we need to do. It went straight to the very back, and then I went around a corner and then into like an electrical closet or something, whatever. But like there was at least 5 of those in there. So like we didn't want to like close the door on them because, you know, that could possibly damage them. And yeah. So I left it like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, so 5 p.m. Come back the next morning at about 7 a.m. I see another one of my coworkers just like kind of waiting out front of like our area. I'm just like, ah, shit. And I see the doors closed. And I'm just like, all right, who did it? Who did it? And we didn't really have much to do anyways, but like that literally shortened our list to we can't do anything. I mean, there were like things that we could do around the building that we could do, but there wasn't as much as we wanted to do that we could get done. And it sucked. I was kind of pissed. I wasn't like, I was kind of mad, but I'm just like, really? I kind of wonder who did shut the door, because it was none of the people in my department, because like everyone else left before me like hours before I did. And I left like kind of later just because like I was watching Spider-Man 3, a little bit of Spider-Man 3 with the Tobey Maguire, Sam Raimi films. I watched a little bit of it. I think it was like just past the part where Gwen Stacy like kind of fell off of the high rise. I think it was. I think that's the one. A little after that, I can't remember. It was on FX. It was just something to have on during a slow day. I'm just like kind of watching them here and there. And okay, like one thing about the Spider-Man 3, and people say like, oh, the CGI in the modern movies suck. Oh, Ant-Man Quantumania, the CGI is bad. Everything is bad. It's like, shut the fuck up. Like, granted, like there's only so much that like they can do. Like, there's only so much, and like, yeah, you can spend like hours and days rendering things and making it look better. At the end of the day, the company needs a movie. Like, Disney needs a movie. 20th Century Fox or whatever the heck needs a movie. They need to put out a movie. It's like, of course it's gonna, like, when you have a deadline of like less than a year to put out a movie, that's something. That's like, it's crazy. I think I hear bacon. I'm not gonna get him yet, but I just find it's crazy that like people expect like god tier CGI, and like Spider-Man 3 has some good stuff. Like Sandman, when he has to like reconstruct himself in the pit, like that is like crazy good for like the year 2006 or whatever it was. Like you can see like individual grains of sand. I mean, of course, like as he gets like more constructed, like you're not gonna want to waste your time literally spending hours and hours and hours rendering a graph, like that sort of stuff on a full person. You're not gonna want to do that. That sucks. But when you get to like little close-up things like that, it's good. I think the main problem with CGI, and the people like have a problem with, is scope. Like in certain films, like say Ant-Man Quantumania, like how are you gonna get that to work? I mean, you can only do so much with like a physical set. There's only so much you can do. Like doing these weird creatures, like you literally can't make them. So it makes sense that you have to do those kind of like fully CGI characters and stuff like that. But when it comes to, I think what Guardians of the Galaxy, like the Guardians of the Galaxy series does good is that they are physical, like a lot of it is physical sets. I think the main one that uses a lot of CGI ones is probably 2. 3 is like really good. I'm not gonna get spoilery, and I was like, oh, I might get a little spoilery here and there. It's like, no, it's not. It's a little early for that. A little early, but no, like, I feel like there is a need for it. There is a need for it, and I think at this point in time, they're getting burnt out, and it's showing, and people are still expecting movies like of high tier quality, and then they shit on them just because, like, you know, it's like, oh, we recognize that the FX department doesn't have time, but we also want a very good movie. We're not gonna watch it. I want to see my movie. It's like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. And if that means that, like, you have to delay one, fine. Fine. Whatever. And it's also going to be really weird. I wonder what they're actually planning now, since, like, I think on Disney Plus for Ant-Man, well, again, with Ant-Man Quantumania, it's like, I don't know what they took a lot of the mentioning and references of Jonathan Major. Otherwise, it's like Kang the Conqueror in that, is that, what are they going to do? Because they really put a lot of money in these next couple of phases, having like Kang the Conqueror be the next big bad guy. And in a way, I don't want to, like, in a way I'm kind of spoiling it, but in another way I'm not. I think you could, in a theory, take the bad guy from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and make him that. Make him like a variant, but that's just bullshit. That's just bullshit. Outsider says they should have enough time. That's the issue that people met. Not expectations are normal. It should have enough time. That's the issue people are mad about. I think there's two. They're not. I don't know. I don't know what the. I feel like there is definitely a problem when you're giving, like, say, a sole company to work on your project, and they have like all of these other movies that they need to do on top of this and this and this and this, and they're only given so much to work with. Then it becomes an issue. That sounds very vague, but I mean, like, what am I thinking of? Going back to, like, say, Ant-Man Quantumania, when like a lot of the stuff, how are you gonna do that? How are you physically going to, like, convey all this stuff that should technically be a set thing? You can't, because, like, all these, or like the characters, it's like you can't, because, like, there's no physical way that you're gonna make a goopy, weird little guy, a goopy guy that, like, spoon feeds the characters like basically a translator goop. I don't know. It's like, how do you do that? What, like, I don't know how you're supposed to do that. How do you convey that? Or like literally walking buildings or stuff like that. I think they did use some physical sets, but very limited. Once they got into, like, the quantum realm. And I don't really give crap about spoilers for Ant-Man. It's been out for a little bit, whatever. Also, people really didn't care for it. But I feel like there is definitely fatigue. There is a lot of fatigue in the departments. And I think it's like, I don't know. They should have enough time. That's the issue people are mad about. I think that they're pumping out I think the issue is that they're pumping out the movies very fast. But also, I think they aren't giving them time. I feel like they aren't giving them either enough time or resources to warrant the work that they have to do. Or they're, pushing it off to people that are inexperienced or something along that line. I feel like there's some disconnect there. Because like even looking at Spider-Man 3 on a fucking like regular TV, some of those hold up very well. Even like later in the movie, I'm just trying to think of like a good scene that they did. That still holds up today. Can't think of one. Damn it. And obviously scenes here and there look kind of shitty, like Sandman at the very end when he becomes like a big monster kind of looks shitty. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of does look shitty. But what are you gonna do? Like there's all these. I like the detail that all of the details that they did in it, but it's not. There is some disconnect because you could definitely tell that it's a CGI character, and I think that's a similar situation that they had with say Ant-Man and like say MODOK. It's like there's no way that they were gonna get MODOK perfect. No way in hell. No way that they were gonna get it the way that they wanted it. And they could just try, and there's still it's not gonna happen. They can really try, but I think they got the right tone and the mood out of it. I think they got that. But other than that, I don't know. Speaking of Spider-Man 3, like when it first came out in the theaters, we tried watching that movie so many times. The first time we watched it was at a drive-in movie theater, back in Arizona because I grew up there. And Spider-Man 3 is a very dark movie. Not like, thematically. No, it's fucking dark. You can't see shit. We all fell asleep. We're just like, huh? At the end of my family was just like, huh? And then the second time me and my dad watched it, we were at our local movie theater. And the film, like, because I think it was still like actual film itself, the film stopped because it like broke or something like that. And so we got free tickets to go to see another movie, to see it again. But the third time we tried seeing it, we were trying to sell our home at the time because we were moving up to Minnesota. And in the middle of the movie, my dad gets a call from like a realtor. It's like, oh, someone wants to take a look at your house. And so like he had to go, and I had to leave the theater and go with my mom and sister who were watching Pirates of the Caribbean. I think it was 2 or 3 at the time. In another theater, I'm just like, damn it. I think we eventually watched it because my uncle had like a pirated version of it. I don't fucking remember. Honestly, at the time, I don't think people really cared for Spider-Man 3. Now, honestly, it's gotten a lot more respect. I think the work that they did put in it was really good, but I think it didn't get the respect that it deserved. But those movies are definitely very cheesy. And they're very campy because they're like more in the comic style. I wouldn't say style, but like fiction. Like in Spider-Man 2, Peter drops his books like in the very early part of the movie. He drops his book. He's going to Dr. Connor's class, and when he's bending over to pick up his stuff, like multiple people smack him in the head with their bags. And I think it was like director Sam Raimi just smacking him multiple times with the same bag in the actual shot itself. But it's like multiple people are just smacking him around like that. It's funny. Or like the scene before it or whatever, when he's basically more about to get fired from his pizza delivery. He gets to the secretary desk and he says pizza time. I felt that. Like that's just it's funny. It's funny. Those are funny moments. like they're awkward funny. And you expect them from like, but like she like, did you get that one? You know that reference? You know, I wish Iron Man were here. We all don't have arc reactors. Ah, yeah. Although I will say Guardians of the Galaxy 3 rocks ass. It's so good. Um it's a lot though. It's a lot though. And parents are like, "Oh, they need to put trigger warnings." It's like, "My brother and sisters in Christ, it's a PG-13 movie. Why should you care? They drop an F-bomb once." And it's the first F-bomb in MCU whatever, which it's not a big thing to talk about, but it's notable. It's notable. But like it's a PG-13 film. It's not an R rating. Like it's far from being an R-rated movie. But that doesn't mean that. And it's like, oh, it's a lot of it has to do with animal cruelty. It's like no big spoilers about the movie, but it's like a lot of it's about Rocket's past, and there's a lot of animal abuse. It's all. It's not. It's. I mean, it's bad, but it's like not as bad as PETA. Get it? Because PETA wants to protect animals, but then inadvertently hurts them to protect them, but very misguided. Yeah. Anyways, I think that's I mean, it's definitely graphic, but it's not like it's definitely not the worst thing, the most intense thing that's been shown in any MCU film. Far from it. Far from it. I have to say. A lot of worse things have been shown. I think honestly, Volume 2 was a lot more disturbing. Or at least at the time I thought it was. Because when the mutiny was happening and they were like releasing crewmates into space, like them dying, like the way that they were dying, like I thought that was a lot more disturbing than. Then again, it's this little sense of grounded reality. I don't know. A frame of reference, I should say. But there's been a lot of movies, and I'm not even saying MCU anymore, but like there are a lot of movies, like even PG stuff, that are very like dark. It's not a secret. There's a lot of even PGG movies and G movies that are like way worse. Way worse. A lot of them older. But still. Mm-hmm. It could be a lot worse. I don't know why people are just freaking out over it. It's like, shut up. But it's a good film. I'll probably see it again because I know my dad wants to see it. But I was like, I don't want to see it right now. It's a lot. It's a lot. But yeah. Yeah. But no, I really enjoy the Spider-Man. The Sam Raimi trilogy it's very good. It's not great, but it's not like 10 out of 10, but they're always enjoyable to watch. And like the raindrops keep falling on my head, like little like montage where Peter's turning his life around after like giving up being Spider-Man. Like that montage is so like I love that one. It's like iconic. That's when I first heard of the raindrops keep falling on my head. That's the first time I've ever heard that when I was a kid. It's such a nice like kind of uplifting song too. But on it, okay, Doc Ock did not deserve to die in Spider-Man 2. Let's be honest. I think he overexerted himself. That's probably what happened. But like him dying, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it was just a way to get rid of him so he doesn't appear in the future. But then, and then of course, Spider-Man: Far From Home, blah 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 blah, whatever. And that makes me actually think, like, what time period did they like bring him from? Because like some of them were like, or like what point, and say if they brought him during like the, saying like Doc Ock, for example, what time did he get him from? Because if he just got him right before he was about to die, then uh-oh. Or say like they got Green Goblin right before he was about to get impaled by his glider, then uh-oh. You know? Yeah. It's kind of like, Electra kind of died. But then Electra came, like, that's a different thing. I was gonna say, like, Electra was different, too. So, I don't know. I think that would have been an alternate, whatever. Blah, blah. I don't care. Whatever. But no, I like that one. But I think a lot of the reason that Far From Home was as good as it was is because of Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire. Let's be honest with ourselves. Like, come on, let's be honest. It's because of the nostalgia that movie was that good. No cap. That's it. That's the only reason. I don't think it's like a movie that I would watch over and over and over and over again, but I know there was definitely a guy that was like watching it like 100 and some times. Like, I remember when I was working at the station, we did a story on a guy that was like watched at least 125 times in the theaters. Like, that's way too much. Way too much. Even for that, no. No. Way too many times for that movie. That's just not worth it. But yeah. I think I'm gonna try. Let's go. Let's do some magic. Let's do some magic cards. Let's do some magic cards. I have a little different angle because I'm trying to basically do some finishing touches on a couple of decks I'm building. All of them tribal, and I'm using the Game Genic box that I got from a couple of last week, I think it was. So I'm using that as basically a home base for it. So I'm using it for like a home for like my 5 colored tribal decks that are very strong. But yeah. All right. So I got 6 packs of March of the Machine, set boosters, a draft, and a collector booster. I'm not going to say what numbers they are, but I'm just going to roll this first die to see what a D4 to see how many packs I'm going to open. And the same rules always apply for this one. Whatever number I rolled twice is the amount of packs I'm going to open. And I'm going to use a D6 or D6s to determine which pack I'm opening. All right. So on the D4, we got a 4. 1. What is that? Oh, 4. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So what packs am I opening? And I have them in a set order, so I know which ones that I have them in. Which ones am I opening? 1 and 2. Okay. 3. And what other? 6. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 6. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 6. I'm getting all the set boosters. That's funny. That's very funny. I think this was a 6 because I want to open up the 6 first because my girlfriend got me this one, and it's to determine if it's actually good or not. Oh no, my girlfriend's feeding my gambling addiction. Oh no. Manifesting. Literally manifesting. I can't open this pack because it doesn't want to open. Ooh, Castle Lochthwain for the art card. It's pretty cool. I like it. Forest. Mirrodin Avenged. Atrax's Fall. I should probably lower the brightness. It's as low as it goes. Focus. Hocus pocus. Focus. Hello. Okay, there we go. Vanquish the Weak. Kami Whispered Hopes. Storm the Seed Core. Rampaging Geoderm. Seraph of New Capenna. Invasion of New Capenna. After saying Seraph. Behind that, ooh, a banned card and Commander. Actually, it's not really banned, but it is, but it isn't. The spell how's it spelled? Lutri, the Spell Chaser. That's actually pretty good. Glistening Dawn for the rare, even though both of them were rare. Whatever. And on the end, we have a hanger. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. All right, next pack. What do we got in this one? So I don't... Wait. What the hell? I don't know what the... So did they change the pack order in the different releases? Because, like, this is not the way that the set boosters were. Because, like, originally I had to do this, like, a weird freaking pack trick to open it. To get it right. But now it's not... It's, like, the normal way. What the frick? What the What the scallop? We got a foil Tranquil Cove. But it's not, like, the foil. It's weird. Corrupted Conviction. Focus. Failed Conversion. Ren's Resolve. Rexing Gargantua. Glistening Deluge. Order of the Mirror. Invasion of Belenon. Rashimi and Ragavan. I mean, it's a mythic, but I already have like a lot of them. Manifesting, dude. Damn. Zada. Hedron. Oh, okay, cool. Hell yeah. Chandra. I didn't... Okay. Hope's Beacon. And it's a full art. That's actually pretty cool. I love it. Okay. 2 mythics in a pack. Not bad. Virgin Earth. Ooh, Prototype Portal. That's actually pretty good. So that was actually a pretty good pack. All right, next one. I take it. Oh, man. Oh. Brutal opening. Ugh. I don't like how I opened this one. This one. Oh, it's a kitties. My mouse. We got a Plains. Full art Plains. Alabaster Host, whatever. Furnace Host Charger. Etched Host Doombreaker. Tangled Skyline. Elvish Vat Keeper. Harried Artisan. Yeah. Invasion of Ren. Probably the home of Jace. Oh, shield! I have like 3 of these now. Actually, technically 4. Because I have the regular version of the regular art for this from Jumpstart. I have 4 of these now. What the hell? Invasion of Theros. The rare. Oh, wait, I got 3 rares and 3 whatever. That's awesome. Invasion of Karis. Ooh, and a foil is another rare. Invasion of Call Time. I'll tell you what, though. I'll tell you what. The my game store knows how to give me some very good packs. I tell you that. They know how to give me the good stuff. Like 2 packs in a row, bangers. Like, god damn, hit after hit. 4 rares in 1 pack. Actually, 4 rares and a mythic. Like, god damn. God damn. Like, those are god odds. Oh, look, another one of these arts. With the dragon. We got a Fuller Island. Gloomfang Mauler. Tidal Terror. Alabaster Hose. Render Inert. Tommy of Whispered Hopes. Not something Hermit. Invasion of Kamigawa. Bright Palm. Oh, mythic. Seriously? I have like another one of these. God damn it. Oh. No way. No way. Chicken. What the frick? What the frick? What the frick? Jinkataxi's Korogger. 3 packs in a row. All 3 of them bangers. What is this? Nahiri's Warcrafting. A foil flirting gorilla. And a Siege of the Towers. God no. These packs are goated. These packs are just, we're popping off. I'm gonna count how many 1, 2. Actually, how many rares? 1, 2. I legit have to count all of them because like there's way too many rares in this. 2, 3. Jesus. That is crazy. Like way too many, dude. Way too many, dude. That's just in that one. And then on that one, was there anything cool in here? I don't think there was. Actually, 2 rares. So that's, yeah. All right, out of those 4 packs, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rares. 8 rares in 4 packs. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mythics. In 4 packs. Away? 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 No way. Not bad. Not bad at all. God damn. God damn. That's real good though. I'm kind of glad that I got a Jinkataxius, the whatever one. How much is that one? Let's look that up. Because I don't know how much it is. I haven't seen what it was. Jin Taxius Core Augur, so it's probably showcase art. Oh wait. Wrong one. Jin Core Augur. And it doesn't show the right one. It says like $9, so I'm gonna go off of that one, but like I don't trust it. Augur, where is it? Oh, Concept Praetor. No. It would be Showcase. Fuck, god damn it. I can't find the right one. I'm so mad. Whatever. Whatever. I'm not even gonna try anymore. That's what I hate about the like weird printings and stuff. Well, on that one, it's not too bad. Actually, let me check on Card Kingdom because then I can actually freaking find it. No, shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Okay, yeah, just like a $5-6. Not bad. I mean, I wanted one, so it's not bad. And that on top of the other cards too, that's crazy. That is crazy. So yeah, definitely a W for these packs, for sure, for sure. Um, yeah. Well, speaking of like Magic, so I mean, I'm gonna get off of. I kind of want to get off of it, but I'm kind of not getting off of it. Uh, like, so like, why don't I talk about like how I got into it in the first place? So, when I was in high school, I think it was like when I was a freshman in high school, my cousin, my cousins. So I'm just gonna, what fake name should I give him? Jim. My cousin Jim. That's not his actual name, but uh, so Jim was like, I think the year before, like the extended family was like kind of worried that like Jim was gonna get along with like people at the high school because he was like one of those like kind of like, I don't want to say he was very introverted, but like he's kind of like a social shutout. But when he became a freshman in high school, he really blossomed and got like a lot of friends and stuff like that. It was kind of like surprising, honestly, to them, somewhat. And then when I got into high school a couple years later, like I basically was with his crew. I was running with his crew, and a lot of his crew were a lot of people that I knew from like other grades and stuff like that. So I'm like, God damn. And one of the guys whose sister was in my grade, we sat at lunch together, and he taught me how to play Magic. Him and a couple of other buddies too. There were other people that I knew from other grades and classes and stuff like that that he just knew. Taught me how to play Magic, and we would just play it at lunch, and then eventually, like, on Tuesdays, we would go over to the library, and we'd play Magic, and I got in about the time that Zendikar, when they went back to Zendikar, actually the first time when they went back to Zendikar, so the second time on Zendikar, so the first time that they went back, it was the invasion of the Eldrazi. So it was not Oath of the Gatewatch. I think I got started on Battle for Zendikar, and or right around the time Battle for Zendikar / Oath of the Gatewatch, whatever, and it was a fun time. And when I I got one of these like starter decks, and it's about allies. It was red and white for the identity, and was about like getting as many ally creature cards out on the battlefield and whatever. And it came with 2 extra packs in it because it just did, or 1 extra pack. I don't remember. That's what they did at the time. And in 1 pack, I not only got an expedition land, I also got a Chandra Planeswalker. So I got a mythic and an expedition land. And for those that don't know what an expedition land, in that like blocker set, it's like basically it was a land card that's like really good in it, like in itself it's very good. The effect is very good. Nowadays they sell for like $20 normally for each one because like they reprinted them, and the ones that they reprinted are like basically everywhere. But at the time, the one that I got was like red and white. No, it wasn't. It was Horizon Canopy. That card, when I got it, was worth at least $100. I traded it for its. I could have gotten more value, but I was like kind of starting early on in Magic. I traded it for a bunch of elves, which honestly, I could have gotten more out of it, but like some of the cards that I got are really, 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 really good. Really good. And it's kind of weird that I got away with it. Got away with the trades that I did when I sold it. But yeah, that was like literally the like first big pull that I've ever gotten with Magic. And then eventually we kind of evolved from like playing Magic, and some people like when I was like more a senior in high school, and I couldn't really go a lot of the times on Tuesdays because like one, although we went to the library, we were kind of loud, and sometimes like we didn't have the space. Like we did have the space, we like scheduled and rented it out, but like sometimes we were like cut off, or like we didn't have the space that we were supposed to have. So that was one thing. And also I was like extremely busy because like when I was a senior in high school, I was doing like private lessons damn near every day, and I was practicing instruments and doing music stuff every single day after school or before school. It was crazy. It was crazy. But when I could, some of the guys would be playing D&D, or like starting to play D&D, especially at the like end there. I mean, we were still playing Magic, but like we were starting to transition over to playing D&D, and that's how I got into D&D. And then, yeah, that's how I got my first character. My first character from that. It's a story for another time, but it's basically, just to give a brief summary of what he was or what he is. I was going to name him Tragdor the Bardinator, but then the guy that was like making that was like helping me make the character / their DM was like, looked at me and was like, "You're not fucking doing that. You are not doing that. Name it something else. Like Tragdor, no. Anything other than Tragdor, perfectly fine." And then we came up with like some dragonborn name. I think it was Sonan, Sonnan, Sonan the Bardinator. And he was a dragonborn bard, and he freaking rocks. And when I actually played the character, he was so weird. He was crazy. He was very crazy. But yeah. So that's like kind of how I got into Magic. And just recently, one of my buddies that I knew from like one of my best buds that I knew from high school reached out and was like, "Hey, I didn't know you played Magic." I'm like, "What the frick? I've been to your house multiple times. We played board games together. We played a lot of other stuff. How did I not know that you played Magic?" Like, I know there had to have been something. And he's had people that like were from the group, from our group, that from the library, or the guys that I knew that played Magic at the library there too. So I don't know what I have to ask him, because like he was like, "Hey, you want to play sometime?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course, obviously." I'm just like, "What? No way." I'm just kind of happy. It's like, I didn't know. Crazy. Small world. But yeah. I'm just happy to like know that he does, because he was like he's a real homie. I swear. I'm not going to say where, whatever, but like, because I want to keep an anonymity, but like, I'm like, seriously? I didn't know. I'm just happy to have another person that plays. And hopefully, maybe he might want to even come on. Maybe. I know he was working on because he was a real board game. This guy, I tell you what, I am gonna talk about him because he's a real he loves board games. I'm gonna call him Jonathan, just so So I have Jim and John. It's funny. So Jonathan, this guy, I tell you what, this guy loves, like, you know, that there's like one thing is like, oh, some people have like a board game phase. This guy is permanently in a board game phase. I tell you what, cause I think ever since I know, like, I've really gotten to know him in like really really gotten to know him in like high school. This guy was into board games. Like, he was deep into board games. Our junior and senior year, he started like more or less a club or like an after school thing, like on some days of like playing board games at his house. It was fun. And that's how I got to know Jackbox. When Jackbox was like actually good, and you know, they didn't sell, like, when they had a discount, it wasn't like, oh, 50% off. Oh yeah, but you're getting one game and it's still $20. It's like, this is one of the deals where, like, when Jackbox is like kind of on the, like, I mean, it's known, but it's not like very known. But like, you could get one Jackbox, like Jackbox Party whatever pack for like one through 3 or whatever for nothing. Like, for literally nothing. I remember I got them for like, altogether I got them for maybe at most $40 because there was a sale to get them like bundled. But now, like, to even get one, it's like $19. It's like, seriously? Like, for some games that people will not play because they just aren't good. Although there are a lot of good games that they still have. I don't know. But yeah. Anyways, but no, like, this guy, I tell you, like, he was into board games. Like, and like, they were like he was a gamer for sure. Like, one game, like, he was very interested in, like, video game he was interested in was Dark Souls, or like the Dark Souls series. Because like, he would play it sometimes, and when the board game was announced, he's like, I'm already on that shit. Like, I got that board game like pre-ordered, ready to go. I'm pretty sure he has probably all the expansions on it at this point. Like, he probably does. Like, there's probably not a doubt in my mind that he has every single expansion for that. Probably the board. I think they did one for Bloodborne as well. I think he probably has all of those too. If they did one for Elden Ring, he's probably going to have all of those. Like, no joke. He will have them. There's not a doubt in my mind that he probably has all of it. Because, yes. And I don't blame him. It's very cool. And you can use those for, like, D&D. You know, they get hard, too. You can use those as figures for that. That's thinking. It's very smart, actually, if he does. Because he could basically just do it. You could, oh my god, you could run D&D sessions with those. That's crazy. God darn. God darn. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, it's like... that dude loves board games. Like... I'm trying to think of, like, ones that we have played. Betrayer... Well, I can't remember what it's called. Betrayer... House on the Hill, whatever. Betrayal on the Hill House. It's that, like, weird haunting board game that, like, oh, you, like, try and, like, basically explore a house, and then all of a sudden, boom, a haunting happens, and then you basically try to get out of the house with everyone surviving, or try to complete an objective before the ghost or whatever that's trying to ghost or whatever the heck it is tries to kill everyone. I can't remember what it's called. Betrayal on the House of the Hill. I can't remember. Something like that. Something to that effect. Like, that was a big one. Boss Dungeon, I think, 2. We didn't play that too much. I don't think he had a lot of the expansions, but I think he was trying to get them. That was fun. There are a lot of card games too. I think he was trying to set up, like, actual, like, playing fields to do other, like, battle and war things, which is pretty cool. Like, I tell you, he's really into tabletop stuff. Uh, yeah. Yeah. Like, if he has a Steam account, he probably has Tabletop Simulator and a lot of the mods that are on it. For sure. He probably does. No doubt in my mind that if he knows about it, he has it. Like the play, like one of the stores in the era of Games by James probably has like basically his number on call, or has his like name on call for like board games and stuff like that. Like, more than likely, that's how like into board games he is. Uh, like, no joke. But yeah, it's good to reconnect with him, with Jonathan. Not actually Jonathan, but yeah. My left side of my face hurts so freaking much right now. I have like my whole left side of my face. It's just a whole It's just a canker sore. I don't want to show it because it's just gross, but it hurts so freaking bad right now. Like, it still hurts. I don't know what causes them, but like, I'm trying to basically wait for it to heal because it's so annoying. Like, all over. I got one here, like multiple different areas in my mouth. It's just like, it hurts. And like, I think last week I had like a couple small, like lesser ones on my right side. So I'm like, seriously? Can I catch a break, please? Now, I don't know like what causes them or whatever, but like, I don't know. It hurts. Ow. So I'm just kind of trying to inflict a large amount of pain so it kind of dulls it, which is weird. Like a huge spurt of pain, and then just like kind of like, oh, it nulls out for a little while. Yeah. Sleeping on it does definitely help. Or sleeping definitely helps. But yeah, it sucks. It really does. And I've tried like like swishing around like salt water, which like my mom was like, oh yeah, do that. Oh, that hurts, boy. Like, god damn, it hurts. I'm just like, oh, probably do like. I'm not really a mouthwash guy because like I don't trust it. Because I feel like that's also like a big way to get them too, because like it kills 99.9% of bacteria, but that also means the good kind, which then allows for ones that did live, that do cause that, to just do it. And I feel like mouthwash, at least my experiences in the past, have been the cause, or like not the inhibitor, or what's the term, the catalyst that I feel like allowed for canker sores to grow in my mouth. I feel like I could be wrong. It could just be me, something else I did, but no. I gotta get better at like my dental hygiene though, because like, especially since like all these canker sores are in my mouth, I have really tried avoiding brushing because like it hurts like a bitch. Pardon my language, but it hurts really bad. And I haven't, like, I just did it earlier today. I'm just like, I was like bouncing like, like just like trying to avoid, like trying my hardest to avoid like hitting a nerve or whatever. It sucked. It really sucked, I tell you that. But I think it's a little bit too much information now, isn't it? And it's yeah, it's almost time anyway. Well, thanks. Thank you for listening, watching, whatever you want to do. If you want to watch these live, watch me record these live, you can go to twitch.tv/Melted Lyric Original, all one word. If you want to find the channel on Twitch or YouTube where you can watch the VODs, you can go to type in melted lyric original, all one word, capitalize the M in melted, the L in lyric, and the O in original, and you'll find it. If you don't, I'm sorry, but at the same time, how'd you mess that up? I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, and also I'm trying to TikTok and stuff like that. I'm trying to expand into other areas of entertainment and other things like that. I'm also whatever. Yeah. um, but thanks to Gradients for the use of their song, "Used to It" off of the album The Call. I know one of the bandmates, John. I don't know if he's releasing it on his own or if it's like part of the band's thing, but he's releasing a song called like Pizza Master or something like that. I don't know if it, like, I've heard like he's told me about that. He's made basically, I don't know if it's supposed to be a sequel to Black Forest Ham Sandwich, a secret song that's on the album, quote unquote secret song that's on the album, The Call, but I think it might be. I think it might be. I don't know. But it is funny. It is very funny. That's just making food based like hard rock songs. That's just funny as hell to me. I love it. But I know Gradients for sure is definitely making more stuff or new stuff for their albums or album. I know they're trying to make another one. I know they're making new music, but I know they have made new music, but yeah, I think they're trying to record their next one. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when it eventually comes out. I don't know. I'll see. I'll wait. And thanks to you for waiting through all that, for listening, watching, and all that other fun stuff. Because, yeah, thanks. Thanks. But it's not midnight here anymore. It's past that. It's not midnight here anymore. But it's midnight somewhere else. But until it becomes midnight here again, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.